Well, hey folks, what's going on? Welcome to Coach Gav Live, episode 75 with me, your host, Coach Gav from Kildare Strength and Fitness. So, yes, it is getting cut at some stage this weekend. An A grade doesn't necessarily always mean it's the best, okay? I wasn't a particularly strong student in school. I didn't exam well. But I think we need to realize that, getting an A, being top of the mountain doesn't necessarily, not everyone is going to go there. Now, first things first, there's plenty of room for people to succeed in life. I've been saying that for years, even though I know it's become quite the quote on Instagram and everything lately, but I've been saying that for years. Just because I succeed doesn't mean you don't have to, okay? And vice versa, okay? So your success doesn't ultimately mean someone else's kind of suffering or failure. Unless you're like fighting to the death, that usually means kind of someone's gonna lose there. But like in school, kind of the name of the game here when we train people is to have people achieve their best, okay? Now, notice the phrasing there was their best, not the best. The best is, yeah, it's the gold medal, it's the A+ grade, it's the top of the class, it's #1. But your best might not be that. Your best could be bronze, could be silver. I mean, look at the guys who finished second to Usain Bolt. They're ecstatic. It's like, fuck, I've got me a silver medal in the Olympics, or a bronze medal even. It was Justin Gatlin, I think, came third in the last Olympics. Dude was fucking pumped after getting a bronze medal. Because he knew that at the time, yeah, that was probably his best. And if Bolt wasn't there, he'd have gotten a silver. Or he'd have stood a better chance of getting a gold, okay? So, like, again, if you're, let's use school as an example. If you're constantly getting like C's, D's, B's, the next one is to move, like, what's the next grade up? Because that's better. Your best isn't always going to be an A. There was a lot of subjects I just didn't apply myself to. I just couldn't find the motivation to do it. And I knew kind of I wasn't going to be top of the class in it. And kind of part of it was fine. And then when I got to subjects I actually enjoyed and I applied myself and I liked, I got really good grades. Like when I got to college and started studying the stuff I was interested in, health and fitness and marketing, those sort of things, my grades are fucking super. Like fucking real good grades. Because I was interested in it. So, but that doesn't mean that like my grades in other areas or other subjects were bad. They were the best I could do. So your best doesn't necessarily have to be, identifying kind of where on the ladder you're aiming for is really important, okay? So we spoke about change and spoke about kind of how to introduce it. But before all that happens, we need to identify kind of where we're going. You don't necessarily have to lose the most amount of weight. You don't necessarily have to be the leanest or the strongest or whatever. You do need to be leaner, stronger, healthier, fitter, more productive than you were before. And a pal of mine, Cody McBroom, that's actual nickname, over in Vigor Ground in Seattle, he posted the other day saying kind of don't compare your beginning to someone's middle. And that's really important. Like if I'm starting off on, like, comparison is the theft of joy. So we feel joy when we do some good shit. And then when we compare it to somebody else's, we feel like shit. So that peak of excitement of oh fuck, I've achieved something, happy days. And then you see someone else fucking smash it out of the water and you kind of go, fuck that shit, mine was good, but it's not as good as that. And especially like in the weight room, in the gym, kind of, where there's a lot of things that are numerical, there's metrics to everything as well. Like my max deadlift lifetime is like 160 kilos. I weigh 80 kilos, that's double my body weight. That's pretty good. Special K is over 200, Johnny's nearly over 200, Mark's in like 190. So if I compared numbers directly across, I'd be like, oh man, my deadlift sucks. But if I compare the fact that that's twice what I weigh, I'm pretty fucking happy with that then as well. I see Beej is on here as well. So me and Beej are teammates now, playing football. And Beej has been playing for years. So if I compare how good I am at defense to how good he is at defense, I'll feel like fucking shit and I'll feel miserable because he has more experience than me. But all I need to do is that when we rock up for training on Sunday, that I'm better than I was last week. And then when we rock up for matches, that I was better than I was then. And each play, I get better and better again. There's some of the guys on the team that are half my age, but have got 2-3 times my experience. So of course their stats are going to look better than mine. But again, so kind of that's where, fuck lads, what's this? This is a defensive meeting here, boys. Oh shit, no, you knocked it over. But again, like that, you know, the comparison is the type of joy. So this whole beginning, middle, end, when you start off training, when you start off losing weight or whatever, you know, don't compare where you are to where someone else is. It's a completely, sure, you may use the same system, you may use the same approach, you may use, there may be a lot of similarities, but there's enough of a difference where it fucking matters, okay? Oh, well, she lost 5 pounds and I didn't lose any. Yeah, well, that's fucking great for them, and you lost a pound, you didn't gain weight, so that's a fucking win. So let's stop whinging about it and fucking move on with it. And again, like that, again, I see all the boys are jumping on here. So again, you know, there's no point me comparing what I'm able to do, what they're able to do. More experience, different skill set, different body types. Beej and Ev are just a little bit bigger and taller and faster than I am. So they will naturally be able to do more. That doesn't necessarily water down what I do. Once I do my job as best I can, that's all that really fucking matters. And then when all 11 of us do it, well, you know, we all do really fucking good too. So, but it's really, really easy, especially nowadays with social media and how much access we have to other people's lives, or the highlight reel of other people's lives. It's very easy to water down and to take away from what we're doing. So just don't, compare yourself, absolutely, but compare yourself to what you've done before. Don't worry about what someone else is doing, how much they lost or gained, how much they've lifted or nothing as well. Because if you did, you would do nothing but just fucking crush yourself. You would miss out on what you have achieved and how much you have done. And it's really easy. I mean, as like a gym owner, I used to always look around and see what, you know, other gyms are doing, how busy they were, all this kind of stuff. Then as well, I was going, oh fuck, you know, geez, these guys are flying it, and it would take away from the fact of what I've built here. And you kind of go, okay, well, if I focus on going from having absolutely nothing to having less than nothing to having more than nothing, you know, kind of the curvature there, as opposed to seeing other people that have started off and just going, that's fine, that's great, that's what works for them. So especially this time of year, February, mid-February, February's fucking flying through it. Like, January's come and gone. The novelty of New Year's resolutions has worn off for pretty much everyone. So those of you still sticking at it, sure, you might know people, you might work with people, you might live with people, you might go out with people, whatever, that have achieved loads of stuff in January. But then they'll do sweet fuck all for the next 11 months of the year. You, my friend, however, will be progressively, week by week, still doing it. So come March and April and May, you'll still be changing your habits, changing your life, getting fitter, faster, stronger, healthier, better looking, happier. And then the people that set off like fucking greyhounds in January are actually gone back to where they were before they started, because they've gone back to their old habits. You know, they thought they won the race and the race is over. The race isn't over, folks. The race is over when we're putting a wooden box in the ground. Grim, I know, we took a sharp turn there, didn't we? But that's the reality of it. It's never really over till it's done. Isn't that right, Beach? It's never really over till it's done. Super 51, dude. He's going to light me up in the morning. But like I said, and for actually that reference is, even though I know it's a joke, I mean, lads, go back and check the video from before about, again, Patriots Falcons Super Bowl 2 years ago. And yes, lads, I know they won, they lost it this year before you fucking hop on it. But again, for you guys that don't know it, go back and watch it and listen to the story. Pats were behind the whole game through. And then they came back from like 28-3 down, okay? Because it's never actually over until it's done. Sure, it might look like it's done. It might look as if it's heading in that direction. But until you actually get there, until it's confirmed, nothing's guaranteed. So it might look like you're not doing too good at the moment. You're falling behind or you're failing or whatever. This fleece makes me look like I'm fucking ginormous. But it's not over until it's done. You can always turn the tide a little bit. And even in some cases, if it's not losing as bad as it looked like you're about to lose, that's a positive. That's win. That's a progression. You know, if it looks like, you know, oh fuck, I'm gonna gain a stone. Okay, I didn't gain a stone, I gained 12 pounds. Okay, not great that I gained 12 pounds, but at least I didn't gain 14. At least I didn't gain 2 stone. You know, oh, we lost by whatever. Okay, well, look, it sucked that we lost, but at least we didn't lose by more, and now we can turn the tide. So that is pretty much it, folks. I'm off. We're going to try and cut the sign for the front of the gym today, so hopefully I still have all my appendages here later on. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take it easy, guys. God bless. Oh, shit. Whoops. We'll just pretend that didn't happen.